Alright guys, this is Douglas from Teach Me Wall Street, and today I'm giving you the first lesson by Adam's Go on Forex trading. Stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome to this online professional Forex trading course. I'm Adam Koo, and in this course, you're going to be learning the exact skills and strategies of how to trade Forex consistently, how to achieve consistent profits, and create another source of income for yourself. And I can tell you that if you are committed to master these skills and to apply and to practice, you're going to be trading like a professional in a short period of time. And you can create another source of income for yourself to better your lifestyle or eventually use it to replace your day job. So if you know nothing about Forex, let's begin with lesson 1, which is the introduction to Forex trading. So what is Forex? I'm sure you've heard of it in the news or through friends. And basically Forex is foreign exchange or FX, right? And the FX market is one in which a nation's currency is traded of that and another at a mutually agreed rate. The Forex market is run electronically within a network of banks, so there's no exact stock exchange, right? It's run via the bank network, and it's 24 hours, 5 days a week. It's the largest market in the world. So if you compare it to the stock market, the total value of the stock market is about $500 billion. In comparison, for Forex, it's $3 trillion a day. Okay, so it's the biggest market in the world. And the way I trade Forex is I treat it like any other business, right? So in any business, how do you make money? You make money by buying something and selling it at a higher price. Okay, for example, if you own a restaurant, you're buying ingredients at a lower price, you're buying people's time to cook the meals, and you're selling at a higher price on the menu. That's how you make money. Or in business, sometimes you can sell to your customer first at a higher price and manufacture at a lower price and deliver the goods. Right? That is any business. Now, there's no difference in a Forex trading business. The only difference is you're buying and selling not physical products. You're buying and selling currencies. Okay? And it's one of the best businesses you can get into for a few reasons. Number one, minimal investment. So if you start any other business, a restaurant, a shop, it's going to take a few $100,000 just to get started. Okay, but in the business of Forex trading, you can start as little as $200, which is a mini trading account. Okay, I can say that most people start with a few thousand, but again, you can even start with $200. Next, minimal time commitment. Right? In any other business, especially if you're a startup, forget about going back to your family, forget about work-life balance. You're working 15 to 16 hours a day. You're doing everything, right? But when you trade Forex, even as a beginner, you don't need more than 3 to 6 hours a day to be really, really successful and to succeed in this business. Next, you don't have to worry about overheads like any other business. There's no employees, there's no office rental to worry about, there's no inventory costs. Okay? Next thing is recession proof. The main thing that kills people or kills businesses are bad times, recession, people are not spending money, right? In the business of Forex trading, there is no good at bad time, right? Why? Because we make money regardless of the direction of currency pairs, right? The market goes up, currency goes up, we go long on a certain currency pair. If the currency pair goes down, we go short, which is to sell. So either way, we're making money regardless of the economic situation. So it is totally not correlated to the stock market. So if you're someone who's already trading stocks like I am and investing in stocks, and you want to have another avenue to generate income that's not correlated, Forex is a perfect business to get into. Right? In other words, you can make money in both these markets successfully. Next, to succeed, you must be willing to work hard and master the skill. I keep telling people that is trading easy? Well, it's like asking the same question: is business easy? Is are relationships easy? Is maintaining good health easy? Of course not, because if any of these things were easy, everyone would be a multi-millionaire, would own $1 billion company, and would be having a six-pack set of abs. Alright, it's not easy. Right? If it was easy, nobody in the world would work. Okay, everyone would stay at home and make money by pressing a button on your computer screen. It's not easy, right? And good is not easy because if it's easy, everyone will do it, and there's no money left. Okay, in fact, this is not easy, right? There's no free lunch in this world. No one gives you free money. So the business of Forex trading is like any other business, like any other career, in a way that you need skills, you need knowledge, right? A lot of people, they go into trading without skills and knowledge, and that's akin to gambling, right? So when they make money, it's based on luck. And when they lose money, they say it's because of my bad luck. And that's not sustainable, because anyone can make money in the markets. Anyone, any idiot, and it's called luck. But can you keep that money? Can you do it consistently? Now that is not about luck, that's about skill. So that's the main difference. So I need to understand that, yes, the skill of Forex trading is like any other skill that you learn in any other profession, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. It takes time to hone these skills. But the good thing is that in trading, it takes less time relative to other professions, like being a medical doctor and doing surgery. It takes less time relatively, but it still takes time nonetheless. And I can tell you that from my experience, even with the best coach and the best training, it'll probably take you at least 6 months to 12 months to truly master these skills if you work really hard. Okay, I know people have taken 3 to 4 years to master this skill, right? Maybe they didn't spend as much time every day, or they kind of like half-hearted. But if you're truly committed, I can do 6 months to 1 year, get into this professionally with what you're going to learn in this course. Because by taking this course, you've just cut short your learning curve tremendously by more than 90%. I always tell people that, could you do this yourself? Could you learn Forex yourself without attending a course? And the answer is, of course, you could do it yourself through trial and error. I can tell you that it's not going to take you a year or 4 years. It'll probably take you over 10 years. I have known people who have been trading for more than 10 to 12 years and not making any money consistently. They make the money, they lose it back again, because they're going around in circles, making the same stupid mistakes. So the purpose of this course is to really help you to cut short your learning curve. So what you've invested in this course, I can tell you, you've just bought 10 years of your life compressed to a couple of hours if you learn this course in a condensed fashion. Right? So you gotta work hard, you gotta practice, you're gonna have a skill that's gonna guarantee you an income for the rest of your life. I can tell you that. I tell people nowadays that we go to school, we learn skills like engineering and accountancy and programming, and these skills are great, but they can't guarantee us a job in 5 to 10 years. Because we can be replaced by someone else with the same skills. Someone eventually younger, cheaper, and faster. And when you work in a company, the more senior you are, the more you get promoted, the more expensive you are to be kept. And eventually, you're going to get retrenched, right? Or get a pay cut. But when you master the skill of trading, whether it's a Forex trading or stock trading, it's a skill that can guarantee you an income for the rest of your life. All you need is a laptop, internet connection, and skills. That's it. Right, you're set for life. So I hope you're excited to master this skill. Alright, so the next benefit of trading Forex is that it's a 24-hour market, so it's extremely flexible. You can trade anytime during the day, right? And so you can build your business from anywhere in the world, at whatever time zone. And in fact, you can plan your daily routine around your day job. So you can leave your day job and trade Forex outside your working hours. No worries. So this gives you an overview of when the different Forex markets are active. And remember, Forex is run electronically via banks, right? So there's no central exchange, if you will, right? So different banks around the world kind of get active at different parts of the day. So what you're looking at here is actually my time, which is Singapore local time. Okay, so if you're looking at New York time, which is Eastern Standard Time, with daylight savings, it's kind of like the reverse. So in other words, Singapore 1 a.m. would be PM for Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, that would be New York time. Okay, and again 1 p.m. Singapore time would be AM, Eastern Standard Time. So just flip it around if you are in the Eastern Standard Time zone. Okay, alright. So what happens is, I'm going to talk into Singapore time, so just flip it around. At 6 a.m. Singapore time, the Australians start trading. Alright, Australian market opens, Sydney opens, so they start trading from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that's when the Aussie dollar, Australian dollar, starts getting active. That's when the Aussies are trading. Okay, and at 8 a.m. you find that the Tokyo market opens and Tokyo banks start trading. So that's when the Japanese yen starts getting active, all the way from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, now, so that's again when the Japanese yen gets active. At 4 p.m. Singapore time, which is again 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the London market opens. So the euro, the pound, right, they start getting active in trading all the way to 12 midnight Singapore time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the US, New York to be exact, starts at again obviously 9 a.m. New York time, which is 9 p.m. Singapore time, all the way to 5 a.m. Singapore time. That's when the US market starts getting active, right? And the US dollar starts getting really active. So most people who trade the very liquid currency pairs like the Euro USD, okay, you'll start looking at the markets usually from 4 p.m. Singapore time onwards. That's when it starts getting active. If you're trading the Japanese yen or the Australian dollar, you can start, of course, a lot earlier. Right? Next, the business of Forex trading allows you to generate consistent profits once you master this skill. Okay? So profit returns of 5% to 20% a month are very possible. In fact, that's pretty common among successful Forex traders. Now, some of you may think, but currencies don't move 5 to 20% a month. So how do you make 5 to 20% a month? And the answer is through leverage. The currency market allows you to leverage. And what it means is that you can buy, $1 million or million US dollars worth of currency without having $1 million US dollars, right? In fact, you just need less than 1% of cash in order to take $1 million position. So even if the price of the US dollar moves by just a bit, like moves by 0.001%, that equates to even a 10% return on your investment because of the leverage factor. Okay. So for a $100,000 account, for example, you can easily generate 5 to 20 grand a month in profits. Again, when I say easily, means you have mastered the skill.
Thank you for watching and stay tuned for lesson 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe.